Wow. Thank you for 104 months. Bugs, you're already subbed. What's to try? You already have a subscription. It's right there. It's right in front of you. Right before your eyes. Yeah, what are you trying to do here? What are you trying to pull? I hope you appreciate artistic shot of Switch. Maybe we can 3D print a little plaque for it. Although I don't know what it should say. Well, clearly somebody did put Switch to corner, first of all. So that just doesn't make sense. Oh, congratulations, Bugs. Not everybody gets a gift sub from Twitch himself. A real life spot the anomaly. It's just my life. I'm the anomaly. You're spotting me. It's totally offensive. You can't help it. Congratulations, Bugs. I'm glad you guys are entertaining yourselves because I ain't got shit. I I've got nothing for you. I feel like this week has been conspiring to destroy me. Still very happy to be in the new place. Oh yeah, there's absolutely no way to work during the work week. Nakomi's new job, her hours are pretty wacky. She doesn't get off until quite late, 7:30 at night. I mean, wacky for us. It's not wacky in the general case. Obviously, people have it worse, but yeah. She also doesn't have. I don't think she could take any days off like I can. So she's doing customer service. Uh, as for myself, she has days off. She doesn't have PTO to use, is what I'm saying. To use to move. She has weekends off. I have taken every Friday off in July, but the effect that this has had is to compress my 5-day week into a 4-day week. And all of the things are hitting me as hard as they can in terms of my own workload is already big. There's various, like my position, I'm sort of like the catch all. So if anybody has any question, so anybody being a client, a PM, another developer, someone else in a different division, somebody just walking by, someone who came up to my front door, I have to answer the question or try to help or whatever. So that's one of the things that I do. So I'm getting those randomly. And then we have, on top of all of that, a client being a problem client where like they didn't give us the stuff in time, but they're not happy about the time that it's taking. But then we have to have a sync meeting and then everything gets smoothed out, but it's still going to be on the hook to like do all this thing. And it's still urgent. And we still need it now and we still need it yesterday. So we have this client that's being a problem client and I'm having to handhold, but I also had to take over the project from someone who is a bit more new and still kind of finding their footing. And we kind of essentially over resourced onto them by giving them a big project under the problem client. So certain clients, it's always an emergency. If you have a client where there's an emergency, there isn't a time when there isn't an emergency. Because that tends to be just the way it is that they work. That tends to be the issue. Yeah. And then on top of that, as I said, like it's all compressed into 4 days from 5. So like the expectation that I get more things done early because I'm going to be gone a day early has gone up. So that's why every day thus far I show up like at this late hour and I'm tired as shit because every morning I get up and I'm like, today is the day I'm gonna get a fucking handle on all this shit. I'm gonna get ahead of the game. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit down and do it. I have my list. Great. And it gets absolutely fucking detonated before noon. And then I'm like in full focus, ready to go mode. But now I'm being like pulled in 5 different directions, so I'm like context switching and trying to like stay on top of like I'm answering this question, I'm paying attention to this meeting, I'm trying to get this thing done still to keep momentum going. It really feels like the more I try to get my hands around it, the more I try to get ahead of everything, the more it slips through my fingers, the more it grows, the more out of control it gets. I mean, that's my constant existence, Ifa. That's my constant existence. That's why, unfortunately, when it comes time for stream, I don't even have the energy. Like, I don't want to try to do Kentucky Route Zero because I feel like I'm only going to be half paying attention to it, which doesn't feel fair to Kentucky Route Zero or whatever other game. I also don't have the gaming machine here, so there's that. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy, bugs. All starting on the same day, you're gonna explode. Oh yeah, you think remoting into the gaming machine on my very cool internet where I'm rated for 30 megabits per second upload and I'm getting an effective 1 to 4 megabits per second upload. You think that's going to be worth anybody's time? You would. Uh, Thankfully, the internet here is nice. Unthankfully, I need to get the Switch of my dreams and add it to the network so that I can really take advantage of the internet. Whoa. I meant to show a picture of it, but my since I moved the server over, I have a nice clean picture in my speed test tracker of moving from my shitty internet to my new good internet. And you can see that it just becomes nice, clean lines. But there's differences in latency and jitter and stuff. So it's not perfect or whatever. But the best one to see is the line shooting straight up into outer space for the upload. No, no, no. The doorknob is far from me, very far from me. It's very distant. Exactly, BFA. Yeah, I'm totally fucking wiped out. I'm so tired. uh, yeah. Yeah, the Clydes. Actually, let's take this back to reboot. Can we go all the way to reboot? I was wondering the other day if anybody does or if now is the right time for a sort of late 90s or even mid 90s 3D modeling and rendering art renaissance. I guess that's already kind of happened with like vaporwave and so on. I had this weird memory float up in my mind of that we went to a festival in my hometown. So it's a real small time type of thing. And we were going through where merchants have their stalls set up. Just that kind of thing where like you're walking down the street. It's an outdoor festival, so it's just tents, right? It's just tents set up. People selling all kinds of chintzy crap, homemade stuff, or reselling things, or who knows what. And I remember there was one that I became very excited about because I was very into it at the time. And it was somebody literally had a 3D art setup. Like they were selling their 3D renders. And this was like in the late 90s. So they were very, surreal, abstract shape type stuff, that kind of thing. Uh, Blotches of color and things as far as textures go. And yeah, I felt kind of nostalgic about it and a little sad about it because I feel like that's just gone. That's something that I won't ever encounter in a similar capacity ever again. Hey, Mr. Grumbles, cease your grumbling. Thank you. I know what time it is, sir. Yes, hello, Mr. B. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I guess it's basically covered by vaporwave and so forth, so it's not something likely to reemerge. I would assume. Well, yeah, I'm not saying vaporwave is exactly the same. I'm just saying the vibes, the aesthetic. There's an adjacent sort of quality about it that probably satiates that desire to some degree, even without being specifically what I'm talking about. Oh, there might be, yeah. Slumber bugs. Slumber. I too must slumber. I must also feed dogs. I'm being stared down. There's malice in those eyes. But yeah, I hopefully have sufficiently explained what the hell has been going on and why I'm just showing up and doing like these really sort of groggy sounding streams. It's because I am expending so much. I'm basically mentally exhausted by the time it's time to stream. And I also just have a lot on my mind with the move. Oh, because I have to try to cram as much moving as I can into the weekends. It's also very expensive. Spent a lot of money so far, and we've got a lot more money to spend to to really finish moving in. But to basically put a happier spin on things, I do feel already so much more comfortable and happy here than I have in a long time. And I'm really excited for the potential of this place. So I'm hoping to grow into it. Except for that damn Switch. We hate that Switch. Fuck you, Switch. So there's that. uh, it's connected to the lights. It is. I promise. I can prove it.